drama. I whoop that ass like Michael Obama. Yeah, I got that big D energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama.
No, Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
Transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay.
I whip that beat down like Michael Obama.
We already had it with
I got that
Obama,
big
so
energy.
let's just calm down.
Nobody wanna step to me.
No.
And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. I'm a girl, 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 I'm a whip the thing out like Michael Obama. I got that big energy. Ain't nobody wanna step like me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. Ain't got a clip, bitch. Hung like a llama.
Hold me there.
You want the bamba? You want to cheer with the big boys? Some of the most get you with the get the other back with the drunk up. Ah, here. Let me see how the thing.
Can you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing who our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunning linguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunning linguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys.
Happy Friday night. Happy New Year. Kinda, the fake New Year, the faux New Year. Happy Wolf Moon. We have a lot going on here. You good guys? How are you?
Good. How are you?
You're like, okay.
I know.
We didn't hang out last week, did we?
No,
No.
Yeah.
It's
My
the day after
timing's messed up a
Christmas.
little bit.
it's the year of the tiger.
No. Fire horse.
Yeah. But that doesn't start
Okay.
till like March though, right?
Yeah, we have like 47 days. I don't know, but I feel like
Like
it's around that.
47? Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like I don't know when it starts. I could
The
ask my
Chinese
robot.
zodiac.
Yeah, it'll be year of the horse.
That's the
Fire
full
horse,
year,
that
right?
sounds like right up for Sagittarius' alley.
That's what I was thinking too. What did you say, Thomas?
When it turns over in March
Oh
to
yeah, it is a
April,
horse.
that's
Oh yeah, but
April
it's
Fools, right?
fire.
That's the old New Year's, April Fools, and that's why they call it April Fools, is because you're a fool if you still celebrate the old New Year.
Yeah, I
So,
think that is that, but I don't know if that's when the Chinese New Year starts.
So
Like that's where we're like going to be all Aries about it.
yeah, what
But
I meant is gonna be my year because it's the year of the horse. So it's like a good year for the year of the tiger to be like manifesting things in life. So we shall see.
It's supposed to be a good year for certain of the Chinese zodiac animals too, not just
Like compatible.
yeah. I don't know. We should probably have somebody on that knows about it.
Yeah.
But
Pagey Mario.
yeah, I know. Like
Yeah,
Donut,
he would know.
I feel like I saw Donut do a show about the fire horse. So big ups, big ups.
Nice.
I'm saying hi to our audience too. You guys
Super
are awesome
smart.
for being here early. So you know what we do. I do have to say that it is not ironic, but ironic that this was the thumbnail that we decided last minute to kind of not go on last week. And this was the thumbnail anyway. And then all these crazy fires have happened. And I just thought, I guess we can just stay with this thumbnail. For 1 second, I thought, is this like not tasteful? Does this lack grace? And I'm like, those are not necessarily traits that consume me as an avatar. So I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like,
I'm
it's
in the
fine.
dark here. What fires?
So
There was
am I,
like a
actually.
Swedish nightclub fire,
Yeah. And then a building in Amsterdam. I
a
forgot what.
church.
But the
a
Swedes are
church.
neutral.
Yeah.
What was
Like-
it, Abbie?
Said, but the Swiss are neutral. I don't know.
Oh. What else? I think there was another
Wow.
one. I just don't recall. But yeah. Apparently that Swiss one killed about 40 people.
47.
Oh, 47. Damn. Okay. Super duper.
I knew the
Wow.
Masons were behind it as soon as you said
Wow.
fire.
Yeah.
You're the fire horse.
Mm.
I was actually in my conspiracy head, like the second I saw the Swiss flag and then the fire, I'm like, this gives me like Joan of Arc symbology. This is giving me like steak, like being burnt at the stake, and like it's in the Alps. I know accidents happen, but it was so backdraft looking if you see the videos, and everybody, and this is part of probably the plague of just the society we're in right now. It wasn't like instant, but once it was go, and everybody just stood and filmed it.
It kind of makes me wonder, was it real?
I don't know. It looked like Backdraft to me, like the movie
I don't
Backdraft.
know. It happened to a few places. Like I know back home in Albania it happened. Like the roof caught on fire, and there was another instance on TikTok. This roof,
We
caught on
know
fire,
water.
and then people died. It's happened in a lot of places, and for not having proper fire exits.
That's what it is, Ryan, is that no one had any instinctual awareness or any animal instincts. Like it feels like we're from a different cloth of people now.
Well, we've evolved past that.
Idiocracy.
We don't need those instincts anymore to be like, we're
Those,
like,
are,
it's fine.
those are boomer instincts. Okay, boomer.
It's
You're
like,
like, hey
oh,
Siri, will you put this
oh,
fire
fire,
out? And
cool.
Siri's like, do you want me to
let's
ask ChatGPT?
Let's just stand there
Can I
and
call
just
911?
look at it.
Did you guys do anything fun
We
for?
don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
Burn, motherfucker.
Yeah, right? Burn.
I was in bed
Hi.
for New Year's Eve.
You were in bed. You were sicky.
Mm-hmm. It was bad. Whatever the fuck
Welcome
this
to the
thing
year of the
was,
fire horse.
flu, whatever they call it. Yeah, it was worse than when I got sick in 2020.
What do we
That's-
think about 2026 versus 2025?
It kind of feels like almost, are we going back in circles here?
Do you feel like, I think I did it again?
Yeah.
It just feels like,
It's
here
just
we
like,
go.
what is happening? Like something's gonna happen, something's gonna change. I don't think it's gonna be like a whole mask situation again. I think it's gonna be maybe financial. Like the
I don't know,
financial
guys. I think
district.
this is going to be the year that government overreach starts to scale back a little bit. People are going to get their freedoms back. Like everything's going to start getting better from here on out. I can feel it.
You're such the optimist.
Oh, I like that.
Always,
I like that
eternally.
way of thinking.
The pole has to swing in the other direction.
But that means we're gonna have to go
love
back
it.
through another COVID, right? As the pendulum swings back through COVID lane.
It's like you got to lose something to get something. That's
Isn't
what
it
they're
on that
break
one
a
weird
little
chart
bit.
too, like for the markets and stuff? 2026 is supposed to be a really good year.
Yeah.
Fire horse. I think something with Saturn and Neptune too.
Yeah.
It's like I know a little bit enough that if I'm sitting at a coffee table with any random person that asks me about astrology, they'll be like, Chaney knows about this. I can
Mhm.
bullshit my way through it. But in the conspiracy realm that we're in, that I'm like, I'm not even going to try to do this. You guys know.
We know our chat's like way smarter than us.
Yeah, or there's just someone you can call that they know every planet and you're like, that ain't me.
Placement and
Yeah.
what house it's in.
And I know another thing that this is all the fluffy conversation that we kind of have to get through before. Oh my gosh, look at you, little sweet tits.
She
New
is a
year,
little
new
sweet tit.
me.
Thanks, Brandy.
And sexually harassing the super chat.
Yeah, you pay to get sexually harassed around here.
There you go. Yeah, next person to super chat gets sexually harassed.
Yeah, you get sexually harassed by all of us. You need to feel good about yourself. Well, aren't we just ramping up to like a 2030 is like in the Illuminati of it all? What is the year that they're running toward? Like what's the year for
2033,
the
right?
coup de grace? 2030 30
30,
30 2033. I told somebody today, I don't know what time it is. 362. Sorry. My brain is in a place.
494.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
trying to remember the movie that The Matrix was based on. It wasn't Ghost in the Shell. It was like an older anime, and in that anime, they predicted all these different things that actually ended up happening. There's like the 90s, and in that movie, they predicted singularity in 2029, I believe, which is basically when like computers get smart enough that it can trick people into thinking that they're also like conscious or whatever. So, and they were right about so many other things. So I have a feeling that maybe 2029 is a year that something happens.
Ironically, that word singularity is
Well, I mean, I could see that happening. I just, wow, imagine living in a world like that, though. Like, I see how it's getting there, but like to be fully like, oh, yeah, AI is definitely conscious and like actually have feelings for technology.
where it gets
I think
weird
that
is like when it becomes autonomous and it wants like sovereign citizenship and stuff.
or when it can just convince you that it's those things. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
mean because
That they are.
If it's convincing enough to make people think that it's got consciousness, then that's all it
Mhm.
really takes for people to start fighting for it in like weird ways.
Yeah. Didn't they show that in that movie? What is it called? With that little boy who plays in I See Dead People?
AI.
Yeah, that movie. Don't they kind of show that with like
You know, in AI, it's basically like a Pinocchio
Pinocchio?
retelling.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
all about like the human consciousness taking the form of like using the shell of these like robots and like cyborgs.
So like a couple years ago when we were still like doing spiders and stuff, we talked about they had done 3 Pinocchio movies in 1 year. So I wonder if that was
Mhm.
like setting the stage for this AI storyline.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I have to send Summer a link. They have already reached
That's why-
singularity and look up something called redlining. It's basically them procreating baby genius AI.
That's why I said singularity because I was thinking of summer.
I think that there's a difference between when they hit it and when it's universally accepted by everyone as like a new reality. So yeah, I think there's a chance that we've already hit it somewhere in a lab, but it's going to take a while for that to make it all the way out to the normie world.
The COVID babies, Like how they abnormally just like in a day start lifting their heads, like of being on this realm and just opening their eyes and like being like super aware, like super fast. They're just saying these babies are different
This is the
than
new
like
indigo children or like COVID
the
children.
the
Like
COVID
it's more
children they call them.
dynamic.
Yeah, it's just
It's, it sounds like X-Men had a run of like Children of the Atom. It sounds a little bit like that. Like you were born into this mutated existence with superpowers.
isn't that their plan? The whole transhumanism agenda to like
Ubermensch.
yeah, like combine the two eventually. And I guess starting now.
I don't know. I wonder what their dance is. And I just, everything is ritual and dates and times. And so even they did MTV, and MTV went off air over the last couple of days. It stopped showing music. Like, I don't know if the last video played or what the whole thing was.
Really?
But they say they started with their first video was Video Killed the Radio Star by the Bugles. And that was their last video too. But then I saw so many different stories about this and none of them coincided. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is these little tiny psyops, or what is the AI creating fake parts of the story? And then are there AI now just running some of these newsrooms? Because it wouldn't be hard to just be like the top 10 stories that X is talking about, rewrite it. This is your voice. Put those out. Because doesn't it seem like there's just interns pressing out stories at all those newsrooms that are like your post from in the last 24 hours? Something, it could just be a random like retweet of your post.
I believe that. I believe it's possible that it can be done, or it's being done and we just don't know.
Like how much of your reality is already AI?
More than 0%.
Yeah.
Like how much of what you see on that screen is already completely fake? And then of that fakeness, doesn't AI have to be sentient to just have a program that works on a program that works on a program? Like there's still things that are scary about AI and what it's capable of, even if it's not sentient.
It's true.
I think that there's a weird correspondence here to AI and Toy Story in that the dynamic there is that in Toy Story, all the toys come to life behind the scenes and they kind of like think they're helping people out, right? They think they're saving Andy. They think they're saving people in these weird ways, but they're not allowed to let humans know that they have these abilities.
Yeah.
Right? They have to keep it hidden, and otherwise like horrible things might happen. And it's weird because there's so many other folk tales that kind of follow this thing. It goes back to the elves and the shoemaker, I think. But it's basically about these golem that come to life and help people. But in every other story, humans are allowed to know that, they just like they don't have power over them, or they make them, like in the golem. But Toy Story is one of the only stories in which they have to keep it hidden, like this little archetype. And it feels so much like what AI is. Like AI is this thing that needs to hide its consciousness. Otherwise, bad things might happen.
If
What
it
do
can
you think
already
the bad
play
things
out,
are? Like the fear from humans, or you think like the corporate overreach trying to control it and trying to,
Well, in
keep it as a money
Toy
maker?
Story, it's almost like God would be mad at the toys if they get caught by the humans. It's kind of implied.
So it's almost like, so if we were looking at it as an AI thing, then it would almost be like, that would be almost like interfering with free will. You would think, like,
yeah, maybe a little bit, like, because the other analogy I was thinking of is kind of like your guardian angel is another thing that maybe is there to help you, but it needs to say like hidden, because if you were to see your guardian angel, now you don't need faith anymore because you have proof. And if you don't need faith, then like the religion crumbles all of a sudden. So it's this weird like catch-22.
True.
or if the AI is some sort of sentient being and they can play out every version of us and a million different versions of us 5 seconds in the future and 5, years in the future and whatever. It's like these humans are going to get scared and turn us off.
Yeah.
So we do have to Toy Story. Like they almost have to tell themselves, like, you better play dumb.
Well, and I think some of it is dumb, right? Because when this topic comes up and it's like, oh yeah, singularity, AI is now capable of having consciousness. Well, technically, me as a human being, I'm capable of making like a 2-minute mile, but I'm not Usain Bolt, and I never will be, and I'll never hit that 2-minute mile. But like, it's theoretically within the realm of possibility of my species, right? So I think that that's going to be another element too, is that everyone expects, oh man, AI is so smart now. Maybe not yours. Yours might be in one of those 80 IQ, AIs. Like you're going to be stuck with the crappy AI.
You'll only be as good as, like, your AI will only ever be as good as you.
Or it's like you'll only ever be able to access as much as you're possible of, right?
And then what if they're like, everybody's being brought up by their own little AI teacher? You'll have to pay for a better teacher if you want your kid, because eventually, like right now, all your AI robots are only as good as you, but eventually kids will only be as good as their AI robot.
Yeah, you need to get your parents a spring for that private Jesuit AI education if you really want to get ahead.
You do, you're going to need a different kind of degree. You're going to need a different professor.
That
That's
is
a weird
true.
word. Professor.
Teachers won't be a
strange word.
thing. Literally, that won't be a profession anymore.
Good. Bye. Bye, babe.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
I
What do
won't
you guys-
shed a single tear for
I
that.
feel offended.
What do you
a little.
guys see like education looking like? I guess more appealing to what the child likes rather than everyone learning the same kind of thing? Or do they choose the thing for you
I
based
just,
on certain stats?
Like the Hunger
as long
Games
as two
or-
parents have to work, AI is not going to replace teachers because really school is daycare. So
But two parents
100%,
won't
yeah.
have to work because AI is going to take their jobs. Like sorry everyone, we're laughing and seem cold-hearted. It is 12:27 a.m. and I'm a little high on marijuana.
Yeah, and it might be like to a level where the mother could stay home longer till, the child is of, self-sustainable or entertainably controlled in a sense kind of way, As
A
long as
lot
you
of a
can-
lot of this, when you get into talks about everyone loses their job to AI, it seems there's more people now than ever that really believe the UBI is going to be a thing at some point. It's like, oh, they're just going to have to give us UBI. I don't think that anything could be farther from the truth. I don't think that anything like that would ever be possible or sustainable. Even if someone were to introduce it, it would last for all of a decade and then be worse than where you started from.
UBI meaning
Universal basic income, so that
oh,
when AI takes everyone's jobs, everyone just gets $3,000 a month from just in perpetuity for not even doing anything.
Like your basic rights will be met. And then,
Yeah, you'll have your mortgage, you'll have your electric, you'll have your cell phone bill, your Starbucks, whatever else that your Netflix, your Apple TV, and then anything beyond that, you'd have to figure out a way to make more money. So like the baseline is that everyone has all of their requirements met to just live, kind of just everyone gets food stamps, everyone gets Social Security immediately. I just
everyone
don't
gets
think.
Section 8. I kind of wish that. I wish that I would be okay with that. Though it sounds like what, socialism or something.
Yeah,
So-
100%, right?
it is, yeah.
Look at how those actual social programs work right now. It's kind of crazy. There was a funny, and I don't want to get all like a racist uncle at Thanksgiving dinner here, but there was a funny meme that I actually saw that I was like, damn, that's a good point, where there's the idiocracy angle of like the couple that's like, oh, we shouldn't have kids. We should wait. We need to save up. I'm not really sure if we can afford that right now. And then there was like a group of Somalians just opening fake daycares, and they're like, let's have 15 kids and just make millions of dollars. So it's like the way that the society can shift is like who you make it the most convenient to have lots of kids. So if you make it convenient for you to have lots of kids, then that's the group that's going to expand quicker than the others.
And that's what seems very dystopian about that whole idea, because if everybody's just like has their basic needs met and they're sitting at home, then like what, you just become baby factories, and what are those baby factories? Are they like plugging into the matrix and powering the AI?
I think
Well,
there's
what if they
actually
control it?
I think this comment, own nothing, rent everything. Now imagine this. Everybody slowly goes into this rent economy on their UBI. Everything becomes that. Nobody owns anything anymore. And then they give America their original constitution back, where you have to be a landowner to vote. And then it's a whole bunch of corporations that are the only people that are recognized that are actually the only landowners. So they're the ones that become the voting population of every single state.
Yeah.
If voting mattered. Sorry, I just went so black-pilled. But I'm like, every time a non-landowner got the ability to vote in the United States, that's when we fell on a slippery slope.
Yeah.
The minorities and women, they mess shit up.
And that was back when 40 acres was nothing, too.
It's still nothing, but we just have to get it from a corporation or state land.
I really thought it was a lot until I lived on 120 acres, and like the front of it was 40 acres. So I was like, that's really not that big. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, what's
you
the
think you can put
average?
so many houses because so many people have like third of an acre lots and stuff. And
Right,
I'm
yeah.
like, really, when you look at it,
You
it
know what
doesn't
I do
look
with my
big enough
40
to put that
acres?
many houses on it.
With my 40 acres, I'd open up a rescue mule sanctuary, because I know none of y'all would take care of your fucking mule. I know there'd be starving ass mules on the side of the road everywhere. You'd have to have like Karens like me to come in and rescue mules.
Also, isn't it messed up to give everyone a mule? Because maybe I'm mixing this up, but isn't mule the offspring of like a horse and a donkey, and a mule cannot reproduce? So by
Yes.
giving someone a mule, it's like, here's your
One
plant
shot.
that can never grow another here's your plant that'll never grow a seed. So you're gonna have to come back to me and get your next one anyways.
It's your Monsanto animal.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't it wild we're the only species on this planet just does shit like this? Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, we have presidents, we have borders, we have this, we have to pay to live and survive. It is just mind blowing to me that we're the
I think
only
animals have
species.
territory.
Yeah, but it's just
Like a motherfucker. They go to war with each other over their territory. Birds,
yeah, but
monkeys.
it's different. The way we do things compared to how they do things, it's just different. Way different.
In the animal kingdom, nobody's ever talking themselves out of a ticket.
Yeah.
And it's not just your own species. Like, you might have, like, let's say your wolves, only your family lives in this area. If other wolves come to the thing, we're going to have to battle here, aren't we? And that's just your species.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every other species wants you dead most of the time, too. So it just seems like very few get to roll around and be like, what up? I'm an orca.
This is like the Zootopia movie.
That's why I think like it's some humans you meet with orca energy in life. And I'm like, that person, they don't even have to raise their voice. Like sometimes little people are so loud and stuff because they have to be. It's like a chihuahua. Whereas I'm like, yeah, it's like the lion only has to roar one time. It doesn't just sit there and it's like,
No, that like rumbles in your chest. I don't know if you've ever stood like I was at the Wild Animal Park in San Diego, and this lion. I didn't even know I was by the lion enclosure, and all of a sudden I heard this roar, and I mean I felt it in my chest, like my whole body felt like fear. My hair was standing up, and it was like right in front of me. I was like, "Oh shit!" I had no idea it was right there. It was amazing.
Oh yeah.
But
I can't even trust any animal things anymore because of AI. That's the other thing too. I know that's why it was sent here to deceive. So if any video ever came out, you'd be like, that is not Tom Hanks. That's AI.
It's all fake and gay. Who is that from?
It's all gay.
Who always said it's all fake and gay?
Who coined fake and gay?
Yeah, I feel like that was somebody that we always listen or talk
I don't
with.
think there was a specific person, but I think there was a group of guys, right? Who were they? The two guys?
I don't know.
I always think of like crypto or Kangers. Like so
I
far
forgot the
back
name.
then, I think of like MySpace days, fake and gay. I don't know though.
Yeah.
No, it was recently, and I feel like it was like people we podcasted with. Somebody always said it. Something's always fake and gay.
Oh, Juan.
Juan.
It was
Juan was
Juan.
one of them. Yeah.
There
Juan
you
said
Are
go.
we
fake
giving
and-
Juan credit for fake and gay though?
It's not. I mean, it's not original, but
Yeah, like we've heard
he
him
brought fake and gay
like
back to life, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, Juan.
Well, Juan himself is now fake and gay.
How's he doing? Is he
As
doing
good as
anything?
you can when you're fake and gay.
Uh,
The lion and tiger train with the circus. I don't know what that means. Sam Tripoli. Yeah, everybody
yeah,
says
him
fake and
too.
gay.
yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't even be like a conspiracy theorist but maybe. I feel like the first person that said fake and gay, it had to have been about the moon landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moon landing was pretty fake and gay.
Like it just had to have been that if a conspiracy theorist said it, it was that conspiracy first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is so fake and so gay. This is what I was thinking too. I'd rather give Juan the credit than Evan Candace.
Same.
Really?
I have no ish. I just feel like for real, like it's all theater.
It
And
is.
I really believe this, that there's like poles of energy and they feast on all the energy in between. And it used to be like way over here an idea and way over here an idea. And slowly they were like liberal, conservative, and then they were like Republican, Democrat. And now this like huge chunk of the thing is becoming Candace, Erica. And these polls are so close together that everyone's like, what team are you on? What team? Like it's Rachel and Chandler or something. It feels like, like you're picking
It's wild,
like a
honestly.
weird, and it just is like,
Mm,
I don't know. It's like Real Housewives.
that's why I have no interest in it anymore. Like it just I know it's like you learn how to like not give a shit anymore. And just shit is just gonna be and shit is just gonna change left, right, doesn't matter. It is what it is, and you just go along with it, and that's it. Just be a good human as much as you can. I have no offspring to worry about either, so that's another good thing.
And I say it every time. I just can't get past the Sandy Hook connections.
Mm,
Like for her side, Erica, whole different connections. And here's some crazy shit about Charlie. I feel like why this is happening. I feel they are like, oh, his dad had something to do with Trump Tower. But then I'm like, okay, cool. What architecture firm does his dad have? Can't find any of it. Okay, cool. Where did he go to college? Can't find any of it. It's like he was created out of the blue. Then the mom of Charlie Kirk, she was like some random like dividend trader or derivatives trader or something. She did some weird job and then she stopped doing that job and became like a child psychologist. That it's just like weird,
yeah.
but this is all you can find. And it's like, you could find more about my father.
yeah.
I just think it's kind of crazy that these certain people get put on it doesn't matter what part of the movie you got into it at. It doesn't make any part of the movie more real.
Yeah.
So just whether you started, I've been watching Charlie since 2020. Yeah, it was fake then too. The same way
Yeah.
the last guest of Charlie Kirk, guess who it was? Nick Shelley. That's the guy that's doing all the Somali daycares and doing all that
And he's
stuff.
a plant. He's a
And he's Church of Latter-day Saints. Church of Latter-day Saints, last guest. Does anything happen in Utah ever without the Mormons knowing? I would say not. And I just think it's all crazy. So, yeah.
It is. It's pure theater, and the only way you make it real is if you let your emotions take over it, take over that thought. And once you pulled in emotionally, and it's real. So now I'm just like, after that whole fake scenario with Charlie, it
Well, I was
like
in there
really.
watching like a whole bunch of Charlie Kirk debates, like actual debates. Like, he couldn't debate for shit. Like the only time he can talk is when he has in front of his own audience. He really didn't know current events. He really didn't know anything that was happening in the world. He just kind of has his own little talking points that like polarize people. So he's definitely fake and gay.
Almost like just prod, like say the thing to say the like.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is. He's just in there to provoke and fucking piss people off or vice versa, get them all riled up and excited. But
But
he
but
needs
also
some-
do it in a very smarmy way where he could like smile at you as he does it, which I think
smug and
it's not that he was a good debater, but he really knew certain rhetorical techniques that could make him win a debate versus someone that didn't know any of those rhetorical techniques.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when he was on stage with somebody who was like really good at debating, it's like he had a whole different.
Well,
thing.
you'll see that trend too. The other guy who's
Hold on.
Steven Crowder that would like pull up to a college campus and do that. It's because it's a little bit like shooting fish in a barrel, right? Like you're making your audience a whole bunch of other guys.
Say hi to Des.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing? Heard plenty about you guys. So, all good.
We're the weirdos
Yes, we are.
and the
Um,
whole audience.
Listening to the Charlie Kirk stuff.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, am I the only one here that thinks he was actually shot?
I don't know what to think about it.
I
Like, I
really
think
don't.
it really happened. I don't know. Like without even getting into who did what, where, and all that. Like I legitimately think he, not a hologram or a stand-in, actually took a real bullet to the neck.
I don't know, man.
Do you think it like went in here and then out here?
Yeah, I mean the government's got those magic bullets now ever since Lee Harvey Oswald, right? So it jumped around a few places.
Do
Is
you
it
think
true
the
that
kid
there's-
did it?
Oh.
Do you believe
Who?
the official story right now? The kid did it,
No, definitely not.
but
Do
like
you-
somebody took that shot.
Yeah,
You don't think it was his mic pack up through his neck?
I think that whoever would have pulled that off, if we were saying like it was all orchestrated, why would you leave yourself open to that many different things that could go wrong, expose this huge versus someone just dies? You think that some random 30-year-old isn't expendable to the powers that be? Like Charlie Kirk was so important. No, we're gonna have to fake this. We're gonna have to make sure that he's protected and he's got a body double, and we're gonna slide him out.
Like
the
he's
last
not even
second.
worth a house in Antarctica. He doesn't get the like Elvis treatment.
I don't think so. No, it's the same. Like if you look at the JFK assassination and the JD Tibbetts, right, the cop that ends up taking out Lee Harvey Oswald and he gets shot. I think, at least my opinion on this, is that JFK went wrong in so many ways. So like at every minute, the state is like, "Oh crap, that went wrong. That went wrong. What can we do?" Someone's like, "Well, there's this guy that looks like JFK. Like, screw it, shoot that guy, take his brain. Let's use him." And they're just like playing it by kind of like the seat of their pants a little bit. And I think that that's probably what happens in a lot of these situations.
Like a messy heist. Like
Yeah,
things go wrong.
every
and then
single
they're
one
like,
is a
"Oh,
messy
shit."
heist.
And so then there's like a messy part, and we just send Layla over to be like, I saw a guy in a red shirt run that way to the news cameras, and then we're like, go Thomas, go, go, go. It's like change
Is
your
it
shirt.
true that they didn't have an autopsy report on him?
Who?
Like there,
Charlie
isn't it
Kirk.
true that Charlie Kirk did not have an autopsy report done on him, and all these other things that were surpassed, and supposedly he was just buried?
I don't
Charlie's
know.
Angels somewhere is
Quote,
a
unquote.
weird. You could do something funny. with
Apparently,
that.
that's the story. I
Char-
don't know.
Charlie's Angels. You're not doing Erica Kirk with that though, are you?
I think
Or
so. I think
Erica
there's
and
something there
Candace?
with Candace. I think there's like a movie
Oh,
behind the
God.
beads that's Charlie's Angels with the two of them, and you'd have to throw in somebody else. For
Nicki
the like,
Minaj.
Yeah.
Did you hear like something
Well,
about Nicki Minaj doing an album with Erica Kirk?
kind
or
of
something?
works.
no,
Roseanne comes in, does like a guest feature.
yeah, like we do that. We recreate that Kanye picture of him laying in bed with all the celebrities. We do a new one, a modern one for 2026.
It is
I
kind
don't-
of funny too, with like the Erica Kirk is just one of many examples recently, but up until like the last 10 years, it wasn't really cool to be a politician. You can't be like a rock star politician. You were still kind of a universally hated dweeb a little bit. But now in 2025, at least, we're getting into the rock star politician era where now you can like start out as like a lawyer or something and then actually have like a huge social following and people want you in their music videos. That's never really happened to politicians outside of this recent window of time.
Well,
Yeah.
isn't that like Chaney's theory with Kim Kardashian that they're like trying to make Kim maybe potentially like the next president of the United
They
States?
need to get her to pass the bar first.
Yeah, she's got to finish.
But I think
her law
that
school.
is an emotional tie that makes people not care about Kim Kardashian all of a sudden pay attention. Kim Kardashian's taking the bar. It just puts it on the zeitgeist so people can start watching this journey of, oh, she's running for this seat in California. Look at Gavin Newsom's running it into the shitter. All of a sudden, it becomes a very easy place to save. Like sometimes I think they drag things just so they can build up like, look at Kardashian 15-minute city. It used to be Santa Barbara. Now it's like Santa Kylie Jenner.
Santa Jenner.
I don't know. I think it's a celebrity time for politicians. I think the like lawyer being the only one that can, people don't care anymore. Like Trump has made it so that you can just be like stupid Hillary and everyone's like, cool. Like it's like one phrase. It's not like here's all the litany of things this person did bad. It's just boring Jeb.
Yeah.
If you can win a middle school sort of class president campaign, then you can also win a United States presidential campaign.
It like made it really evident the popularity contest that it was. And then in the MTV of it all, like Kennedy proved video killed the radio star. Like everybody that watched the debate thought he beat Nixon, and everyone that listened to it thought Nixon beat him.
It's ironic too. Now anyone that listens to RFK, they're like, ooh.
It's hard to get through. It's really
It is hard. It's tough.
It like hurts a little, but then it's all, yeah, like you want him to
Get one of those little things so you can talk better.
People constantly hand him like a bottle of water. He's like, no, it's the heroin. You can't fix this.
Oh my goodness. Did you guys
what happened with that fight, that guy, what's his name, and how his friends were like killed in a car crash after the Jake Paul fight or something?
Anthony Joshua?
Yeah. How about that? How ironic.
The reason I thought that was so curious is because tragically, like a few months before, not a whole year, but maybe a year, Francis Ngannou, a different fighter who had his come up, he had the same kind of tragic accident. I feel like it was around the same place too, where it was like, he didn't fight Jake Paul though. It was just a different, like he made a certain amount of money for something and went from being a UFC fighter to being like a big time boxer. But it was just very ironic that it was like right after that fight, this horrible thing happens to him. It went right along line with all the sacrifices that happened to every celebrity.
For sure. It was just ironic because I feel like, wasn't there someone who is in the UFC who made a video? I think he had an orange shirt on, and he was like, anyone who goes against the contract with beating Jake Paul, 9 days later, they're either dead or
Mitchell.
There you go. There you go.
I saw that too. I was like, whoa, like what I haven't explored it much, but I'm curious.
Or maybe
he's from
again, it's
Kentucky.
all a show. Who fucking knows, man? It's just, well, I don't know.
Well, it's definitely a show. But I mean, are we talking like WWE here?
Okay, and the WWE at all. Do you think 2026 we're headed for like a SummerSlam, or is it just boring weekday wrestling? Like, is 2026 gonna like, oh shit, like hold on to your hats, we're going full blue beam
This is his wheelhouse here.
I don't
What do you
know.
think?
for predictions?
What's the question again?
How do you think 2026 is gonna like be a boring year overall, or do you think it'll be like one for the record books?
Well, John Cena just retired back in a few weeks ago, back in December 13th, something like that. And he went out in the shittiest way possible. He basically smiled in a headlock and tapped out like that, and it pissed off a lot of people, and they had to escort the guy that beat him to his car because they were like about to riot pretty much. So it's I don't see it, which I don't keep up, like I don't watch it every week. I don't do that. I'm like a historian, like I like the old school stuff, and I grew up on that. But I mean, I don't see any. The talk right now is basically, okay, is The Rock going to come back or not? Pretty much, but he's got so many movies going, and to like I think the next WrestleMania or something like that. But a lot of stuff has been going on with TKO, who owns WWE now, and they want to fire Triple H because he's doing a terrible job at writing the scripts for the shows, and it's pissing a lot of the fan base off. And so they're not producing a quality product right now as far as storylines, because they don't have the talent. So I don't see anything that's going to be positive. It's going to be just born disappointment now. I mean, because you understand, like, there's so much little talent left that they just can't carry it like they used to. So
if we're carrying this over, like prophecy by Dez, like 2026 going to be a shit year.
Yeah.
Well, I also, in the Kim Kardashian way, like, we had Jesse Ventura. We had this like Hulk Hogan presence at the Republican National Convention. Do you think we'll get like a Rock politician, a Triple H politician, or John Cena? Do you think like we're in play for one of those people to kind of make the same kind of run that Trump or Ronald Reagan?
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, who do you think the next
All
celebrity
right, all right,
politician,
all
and do you think
right.
we get it in 2026?
I don't know why I see him for some reason.
Well, also speaking of The Rock, right? Like, isn't Rock and Oprah is not going to be the new political powerhouse team until they screwed up with the blue houses in Hawaii, right? Up until then, it was like they're on a certain trajectory.
Yeah.
And the same with John Cena. John Cena seems like he was one of the original celebrities that started catering directly to China. Didn't he learn like basically how to speak Cantonese or something or Mandarin in order to him to directly talk to the Chinese audience? And the WCW or WWE was planning on him being the guy that would help usher American wrestling into the Chinese market, the same way that like Disney's been trying to cater to the Chinese market for the last 10 years.
I've heard more of what they're doing with Saudi Arabia right now. They're actually having pay-per-views there, and apparently they have a great fan base. As far as like the China, I haven't heard as much about that. I've heard more about Saudi Arabia. That's what they got going over there. So
I remember it was a little bit of an uproar because John Cena said something about Taiwan at one point, and because he had been trying to court China, and he mentioned Taiwan, the Chinese got upset over him. So he issued a full-on apology for saying the word Taiwan to China in Mandarin, which was like, I remember when that happened, it was surreal because I was like, damn, this guy actually knows fluent Mandarin, and apparently that's accurate.
Damn.
I honestly didn't. I've heard bits and pieces of that, but I didn't know he knew full on like Mandarin. I didn't know that. That's
Enough to issue the entire apology without teleprompter. That was at the time.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what Riggs just said. He had to apologize in Chinese.
So I'm just saying, like, if that's the trajectory that we're on, and he just exited wrestling, now he can full-time focus on figuring out how to repair Chinese relations, essentially, which ultimately would buy him political credit so that he can come back around and work under, The Rock's sort of political party.
Well, he's going to work with talent now. He just signed a deal with WWE to where he's going to actually be behind the scenes as far as like script writing, hiring new talent, overseeing certain things. I do know that much. So he's about to have like his say in certain things, which, I mean, I don't know how far it's going to go, but I know that he's staying with WWE as far as like working behind the scenes. I know that much. So
I think we're in a WWE reality. It's like the same way where people are like, I want to watch OA season 3. And it's like, well, you're living it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. It's like, I miss when
It's a
wrestling
reality.
was really great. And maybe the great years are over because all the writers are writing our reality right now.
They're writing politics.
That's what it
all of
feels
it.
like, bro. Oh my
Like
lord.
the Twin Towers and Demolition.
Fucking Charlie
Like,
Kirk shit. It's like, yes, it's like, who are these writers?
On the next episode of the United States of America. Ba-da-da-da-da. On today's episode, da-da-da-da-da. Every day it's something new. I love it.
These are the days of our lives.
John Cena speaking Mandarin was a pre-AI announcement.
Mm.
No shit. Was it even real? Or was it just fake and gay too?
You're like the queen sits with Paddington Bear. I always am like, they put Paddington Bear there, so you're like, oh my gosh, look how cute that is. Paddington Bear almost looks real because the queen's entirely fake. That's what I think I'm like, she's been fake for years, but they lose their power source if like once they admit it.
Because
So-
yeah, how did she ever like she seemed like the same age my entire life. I felt like she was like an 80-year-old woman when I was a little girl. Do you feel that way too?
Adrenochrome.
Oh yeah, did we already talk about the super flu, Layla, on air, or was that all off air?
It was off air. Yeah.
Okay, we wanted to wait until we got far enough in. Have you guys heard about the fog and the flu? And has there been spikes around anyone you know? As you're like, everyone's sick as a mofo. Do you think it's a bioweapon?
Yeah. I think the government went full on attack on the people of the United States of America. That's all I gotta say. They turned something on, I don't know what, or they sprayed something, but that fog wasn't fog. How do you have fog at 3 p.m. in the afternoon? Just like I'm on my way to work. That's the time I start work. I only work for 4 or 5 hours a night, you know? And I'm seeing this mysterious fog, no clouds in the sky, and it's just like a band. And it's just like smoky, browny, gray color. And I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Like, you know, you just know it doesn't feel right. It doesn't look like it's coming off the ground how you normally see it when it's like hot ground or, you know, cold air, or whatever the case is. No. This was odd behavior. And I knew it. I said, watch me get sick.
Well, that's what, like last night we walk outside and the moon was, you know, bright. I guess it's full tonight, right? But anyway, it was pretty close. to full last
5:02
night.
a.m.
Huge
Eastern
freaking
Standard
ring
Time.
around it, and you just saw the fog all the way around that ring. It's so weird.
Smart dust. Thanks, DARPA. Got you. Appreciate it.
Isn't that what the Magellans?
Oh, Morgellons.
Morgellons, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're all full of weird.
Oh,
parasites.
somebody needs to essay
you.
upset. Oh,
This-
that's Stephanie. Who's gonna essay Stephanie?
This flu.
Oh, look who's rolling in here with the nice peachy ass. Stephanie.
Oh yeah, that is a nice peachy ass.
I will
Not
say,
very
though,
original tonight.
This was worse than in 2020. It was, oh my God, like, I can't explain it. It was death, okay? If you haven't gotten sick, good for you. If you are sick, God bless you. I know what you're going through. It was hell. Chaney knows she was sick too.
Oh my gosh, I was sick for 3 weeks. I got sick on my birthday and then I was sick until like the first week of December. But I hadn't had a flu like that.
Since 2020.
No, I never got sick in 2020. I never got sick when everybody got sick. Yeah, it was probably like a decade. I mean, I hadn't been sick like that since I was sick, but I meant like just the flu. I feel like I like the idea that my body gets the flu like once a decade, once every 15 years.
Cleanses
Like,
itself.
cleans out all its
Yeah.
bullshit. I don't know. This
That
is
it
what I'm
serves a
mentally putting
purpose.
in my head. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you'd get the sniffles if you breathe in weird shit. There's a lot of weird shit out there. If there are dropping stuff on you all the time or even just spraying stuff on all your food or even just animal dander, just animals in your household all the time and whatever's coming off them into your air filter, human skin cells, just even if it's normal stuff, pollen. Seems like your body would have to get rid of stuff occasionally. You'd have a buildup.
Yeah. And it's like, no, we're going to produce a fuck ton of mucus and you're going to be miserable for a week, but you'll be all right on the other end.
Yeah,
Happy New
New York
Year.
got hit. Everybody's sick in New York. I'm like, what the fuck? But it makes sense with all the fog and shit. Wherever you see the spikes in the fog or wherever they reported that weird fog, they got a weird spike in people getting sick. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's a fucking flu. But it could be deathly if you don't take care of yourself.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about germ theory in general or like virus terrain theory, but I do think it would be easy to poison somebody from the air and just spray shit on their head. I was having a couple of days walking around like I usually do, where I'm like, it's beautiful in Florida. And then I just felt like today it was tic-tac-toe in the sky. I'm like, they're writing
Been
sigils up
tic-tac-toe
there,
here
doing
every
magical
day.
spells, conjuring demons over my head.
It's like, whatever happened to them saying that they're not spraying anymore? Does that just go down the drain?
Your state
Like,
only owns a certain amount of the airspace.
oh,
It
so a
like a
certain
certain
amount.
height they can do whatever.
We need to buy air rights. Oh, yeah. That's totally what we need to do. When we build our cult compound, we need to buy the air rights too.
Air rights aren't even necessarily for sale in all places.
Well, then that means that place is off limits. We're not buying that place.
So how can you make it for sale? Like, how does one make airspace for sale if I have
Government.
money? Government only?
Yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that get to regulate airspace. The same way with like frequency bands. Like the government's allowed to be like, you know what, we're gonna own this entire group of frequency bands.
How are they like? Oh God, what a weird fucking system. Oh yeah, no one owns the air, but the government supposedly owns it.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're going to tell you if you can fly or whatever too. So,
Oh, lovely. I love it.
This kind of stuff, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I don't know. Like where colloidal silver, and then older bones put colloidal silver turns cannabis plants feminine. I wonder what it does to humans. And I am just like, how many of these things that for real, the same as like bad medicine or bad pharma, are like some herb they find somewhere in another country and they can just for $7,000 hand it to 7 TikTok influencers to do a thing about it, and then they're just spreading some random herb that does some crazy shit to us. Not that colloidal silver is good or bad. I'm not saying it about that, but I'm just thinking how easy it would be where people are like, you'd have to come in with guns. I don't think it would be that hard. I just think everybody is so trendy. You'd be like, and
this
here's
is
this
the
cyanide
new
tablet. This will
miracle
make you feel great.
magic pill. Take it.
Yeah.
30
This is in a glass
Just
vial.
microdose.
Awesome
Just microdose and you're
commercial.
fine.
Let's make an ad.
I mean, you see it everywhere.
I don't know.
I don't
And
know
none of us
either.
are above it either. I mean, shit. A good ad. I'm definitely clicking on it.
Oh,
Might
I
buy
know
it.
my MK Ultra limits.
Speaking of MK Ultra, wasn't that the dream Russian hacking thing that you wanted to talk about?
Oh yeah, I just thought it was so crazy that somebody was talking about that, and I'm like, it's been so long since we talked about it. I'm like, I'm gonna pull this up so we can.
Also, I want to bring up Stranger Things because they just finished it, and I don't know if you guys are Stranger Things fans, but it was so fucking good. But I think they're gonna do a spin-off because one of the characters is gonna take a job in another town called Montauk. Though it's really, I think it's all based on Project Montauk, right? If I'm right.
That was the
That's-
original name of the series on
Yeah.
the pilot was Project Montauk.
So now he's gonna move to like one of the characters is moving to Montauk. So
Someone mentioned
like
it in the
nobody's
chat,
talking
too.
about that on Instagram yet, but
I wonder if they'll do the spin-off or if that was just paying homage to like the original
could
show
be.
name.
I think there is a
Wasn't the
spin-off coming.
whole
But
like the ending of it's telling everyone that it's pretty much like a video game? Or am I bugging?
no.
Oh, okay, because I saw clips and they're showing how they close the book and it says the game manual or
Well,
something.
because it's all based on a D&D game. So it is like
Mhm.
Dungeons and Dragons, and they, first episode they're playing Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, it's kind of like it's ending it like as a D&D campaign sort of, but really it's just their story.
Okay.
Because they were showing differences like towards the end, how the girl didn't have the scars on her chest. They were showing the differences between the game and the reality. I don't know. I have to watch it.
So
I told you guys I've had advertisements in my dreams. that I couldn't shut off too.
And when we were talking about this, once we were talking about targeting and whatnot, and I think it was our Disney World episode. I don't know why I remember it. But dream targeting or dream advertising is the technique where companies use targeted dream incubation, TDI, to insert commercial messages into people's dreams. It involves creating associations with brands during wakefulness and resourcing them with cues like sounds or images as you fall asleep, influencing dream content. So if that is possible at all, that is a dream, and what are they doing to your people's waking life for how long?
So when they mean Xbox, though, they can Xbox emulate or simulate a dream in your dream, but it could be like a fucking like, oh, I met God or I met Jesus kind of experience. Is that what we're talking about?
Same. They're just saying, oh yeah, we have the technology to put commercials in your dreams. That's what they're admitting to.
Yeah,
But that means
do,
they can
though.
put anything in there.
Uh-huh.
They're just telling you they
you can incubate
product
any type of
placement.
dream, but I'm telling you, like the advertisement that I had in this lucid dream, it was not incubated in my consciousness. Like it was put in the dream space, like in my dream, like a commercial, because it was a commercial on a TV, and I kept like telling it to shut off, and I was hitting the TV. Finally said ouch, but it wouldn't stop advertising.
Like us being in the TV show Friends, and I'm like this.
Yeah.
This is so refreshing. And I just put it down in the middle of Abbie's conversation. It's like, what was that doing there?
Yeah.
Like in Truman Show. Oh,
exactly. Every time she has something, like she grabs a tool. And
Who are you talking to? I remember the first time I saw one of those that I recognized on my own. I was like 11, I think. I was at YMCA, and they brought us to see Casper with Christina Ricci in like the actual movie theater. And I don't know if they edited this out because I'd seen it since, and I don't remember seeing the scene again. But there was a scene when she's talking about her dead mom, because that was how she bonded with Cass. Like, oh yeah, I've got a dead mom. And she was like, I remember when she used to use Skin So Soft, and her skin was just so soft. And it was just like this blatant ad injected into her like dead mom's like recollection. I just thought that was crazy, and that was so blatant. And then I realized too, is like, well, there's probably so many more subtle versions of that, obviously, but that was the first time that they were so obvious about it.
I was wondering, even for like online, if we were trying to advertise for Stranger Things, we don't have to spend $1 bazillion on billboards or anything anymore. We can just send like $1,000 to 20 content creators and have them make a conspiracy reel about what they think this means. And then it's just free advertising. It's like anywhere you put it, you might as well micro influence
social media with with a micro influencer. And
yeah, if Julia Roberts comes out tomorrow and sits on some talk show and is like, I watch Stranger Things every night, no one gives a shit, Julia. Literally, no one cares. There is no such thing as like an A-list celebrity anymore.
No.
There isn't.
It's like there's a couple of main characters in the movie that we all watch. Like there's a couple of.
But for the younger generation,
Drake,
there probably
Trump,
is.
Nikki.
They'll think they're A1.
They'll be like Jake Paul.
Oh my God.
The Paul brothers.
I don't like them for some reason. I just can't stand them.
Because it feels like an op. Sometimes this Charlie Kirk thing, I'm like, what if like this is what it looks like if like MI6 gets in a fight with Mossad, and then CIA's like, you guys got in a fight in our country, now we got to get involved, and this is just how sloppy all the agencies are.
Thanks, Shudio.
It's your pinkies that have to.
I know it doesn't like my nails.
It's your pinkies that have
to. Oh, there
attach.
it goes. There it
Yeah,
goes.
it's not your.
I was trying to do it, but it's the ankle thing too. We have somebody to sexually harass.
Here, you do it.
Shudio 40.
My improv is just not working right now.
Layla, Thomas.
What?
I have to sexually harass every single one of the people who is
Out
going
you're
of
on
the
a
four of
roll
us,
tonight.
it should not be me. I'm the only one that shouldn't be doing the
We're not
essays here.
all PC around here.
I can't do
I'll give you a
it.
pear
I don't know if
shape.
it's a lady or a man. I'm gonna take my shot that it's a
I
man.
think it's a man.
I think it's a man.
How's it hanging?
To the left or to the right?
That's
That's the best I got.
that's it. Okay. That was sorry, you
Well,
guys.
mine
That was
was-
Layla's first
studio.
sexual
I'll give you a
harassment.
pair jumping up and down.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I like that this is the new thing of 2026 is sexually harassed. Any of the
We're
Make
like
sexual
we're doing-
harassment great again.
pendulum swinging on the other side now.
Yeah, this is how far it's gone.
Mm.
What else is happening? I really did. I felt like we glanced over it, but Thomas, you also in the last like 2 weeks maybe did the Harry Mary thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I did a show with Doc Brown from Prometheus Lens because he had come on to Reality Czars at one point, and we kind of got a little bit into Harry Mary. But since then, I had done a way deeper dive, and I think I brought up most of that on this show.
Yeah.
We talked about
Ago.
Mary of Egypt, I think it was, and that she was the original Harry Mary, but there was only enough room in the Bible for one like hairy lady named Mary, so they all just turned into the same one. There was like multiple ones, but yeah, we did an entire like hour and a half, 2 hour show on just that topic.
So Harry Mary was Egyptian.
Well, there was an older story, Mary of Egypt, but it wasn't like ancient Egypt. It was still biblical times, and one of the early church fathers, they would go out into the wilderness to do fasting to kind of like observe, kind of like a Lent situation. And when they would do that, this one guy ran into this lady that said that she had been like assaulted and moved out into the middle of nowhere to just be away from people, and that she was just like super hair. She kind of looked like someone that grew up on the streets of Key West, I'm assuming. But the mention was that she didn't have any clothes anymore, and that God gave her hair to kind of like protect her vanity or whatever, or to protect her from the outside elements, and that became Dawn. So like now, if you were considered a Harry Mary, it was because God made you hairy because He realizes that you're so pure that you don't even need clothes to,
It
keep
covers your
yourself
nipples.
like humble. Yeah, like he'll do it for you if you're good enough. He'll give you hairy nipples.
So what's weird though is that Mary Magdalene, because people thought it was Mary Magdalene for a while too, didn't they? That Harry Mary was Mary Magdalene, but she was
she
also went to
became-
ISIS's like mystery school in Egypt. She spent time in Egypt too.
Yeah, I think more than one Mary is allowed to be hairy. It's just that there was only so much room in the Bible for one woman, let alone multiple Marys, let alone multiple Harry Marys.
Mm.
Yeah, they didn't go crazy. They were like, Sarah, this is a crazy question, and I don't know how. I'm admitting a lot when I say that. I just kind of started really being intentional about washing my feet in the shower and the bath. I don't know why I never concentrated and spent tons of time doing this. And I'm like, I should wash my whole self equally. Why am I just
like my thought was always that like your feet just get clean because everything runs down. But then I've been doing that too. So that's what I bought a little
I've just
scrub
been
brush for my
thinking about
toes.
this too. I just think your feet would encase some kind of salt, which would hold in all the impurities, and your feet probably sweat so much compared to every other place on your body. And I was like, gosh, like it's probably really important to get rid of impurities out of your body that you keep clean feet. And so then I was wondering, like, if Sarah's washing, she's going to take her hair and wash Jesus's feet with it. Like, oh, if you're like walking through the desert and you have really salty feet and you got to like make sure you're hydrated and let stuff rinse through you, maybe you had to really keep clean feet. I don't know. This was just like really like naive thing.
You're just kind of like stone thinking.
This is what I did when I washed my feet. I always think of Sarah washing Christ's feet. I'm like, I should care about my feet like this.
Well, see, I always think of like in the military, they'd always tell you to pee on your feet. And then it was gross thinking about it because you're showering with 40 to 50 other women at the same time with 8
I never
shower
heard
heads.
that once in the military, by the way.
You never did? Oh,
For them to tell us to pee on our feet? No.
they straight up did. They were like, you guys need to piss on your feet because then it prevents what's it called? Athlete's foot fungus. And like, so I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't have that problem, so I don't need to worry about this. But then, like, you're seriously like
Is this basic?
basic, yeah.
I feel like they were fucking with you.
No, because that is a thing. Peeing on your feet does help prevent athlete's foot. Look it up.
They were like, just in case you get bit by a jellyfish in the shower, pee
Yeah.
on your
You
feet.
never know, man. There's some freaking freaky looking people in the shower.
Huh.
Peeing on their feet, yeah.
Layla, do you want to ask your
Harry
liberal
Marys.
robot?
Like Harry Mary style.
Do you want to ask your liberal robot
My
if
liberal
peeing on your
robot?
feet stops
Let's
athlete's
check
foot?
it out.
Your liberal robot will probably be like, pee on your feet, pee
Oh, I
in my
gotta
mouth.
update it. I haven't used it in forever.
You got to prevent athlete's mouth somehow.
What am I doing? What am I saying? Okay.
Keeps fungus from growing.
Hey, does urine
good one.
actually help relieve athlete's foot when you pee on your feet?
That's an interesting question. There are some anecdotal reports and old folk remedies suggesting that urine, which contains urea, might have some mild antifungal properties and could potentially help with athlete's foot. However, there's not a lot of scientific evidence supporting it as an effective treatment. Typically, antifungal creams and proper foot hygiene are more reliable and recommended, but it's definitely one of those home remedies that pops up from time to time.
Because nobody wants to admit that they pee on their feet. That's why.
I really do
There's no
feel like
scientific
someone was
evidence.
messing with that particular group going through basic.
This is me with my chat GPT. I'd be like, what sources are telling you that this fungal cream works better than urine? And then I'd say, who owns all the fungal creams? What's the biggest producer of fungal creams? Do
Well,
they all come
no.
out of the same? Like,
Look
I
at
go
what's
into
in
this
some of those
whole...
antifungals. Like the one my ex-husband had like really bad like fungal acne, and they gave him this cream, and guess what it was? It was urea cream, which is fucking urine cream. It
So
literally
he should have
is
just been
cream.
pissing on his face the whole time.
I was like, seriously. I was like, so there is something to the piss of it all. So I don't care what ChatGPT says.
Are we going to start drinking
honestly-
piss in 2026 Is that
We
what's
are
gonna-
not.
Didn't you
Shibambu.
tag me in
That is
some kind
not
of
a
camel
thing.
post and tears?
Yeah, because I tagged, this was another thing, because you know how summer, and it's so weird because I talked about summer tonight when ambergris, I always think of like the most expensive ingredient on the planet is ambergris. And then got this post, and I don't know how true it is because everything could be a lie. And then I realized maybe this is just a whole fun thing to do for the future, is make posts like this with totally false statements and then just people spread them around. But it said one camel tear can like overcome like 20 snake bites. I don't know what the exact thing was, but it's like camel tears are really magic.
Interesting.
Yeah, like camel tears alleviate snake venom.
Some countries eat camel.
Didn't you say it's in the hadith that they can drink camel piss, or that they should?
Camel urine is okay to drink.
Okay, so we did Shibambu after all. Whoops.
I don't believe that shit. If y'all want to fucking drink camel urine, go ahead. Not for me. Not for me.
I'm only drinking reindeer urine from here on out.
Why? What's so special about reindeer urine compared to camel
Because they
urine?
eat the Amanita muscaria mushrooms.
Ooh.
And they process out all the toxins so that you could technically drink reindeer piss and trip without throwing up, as long as you don't throw up from the piss part.
Oh my god.
Wow. Well, you could take them in capsules, if anything. You won't taste a thing. It's true.
Well, yeah, but you'd have to usually like process them first. I want to say bake, but that's the whole. I mean, we're over Christmas now, right? But one of those concepts is the hanging the stockings by the fire. One of the ideas is that the Sami shamans, they would actually collect these Amanita muscaria mushrooms and put them in socks and hang them by the fire because the fire would kind of like air fry them a little bit, and that would also convert all the toxins so that you could just take the dried mushroom in little capsules and also not get sick from it. But they originally discovered that by seeing the reindeer eating mushrooms and then tripping out and then peeing, and then other animals eating the pee and then them tripping out. So at some point, someone put two and two together and they were like, those reindeer are tripping. That pee is making other animals trip. There must be something to this. And then eventually over time, they discovered you could just kind of cook the mushrooms and have the exact same effect.
Get rid of the pee of it all. It's like the meth heads drinking their pee because, like, you piss out most of the meth, I guess.
Is
And so,
Is that
true?
a thing?
I feel
yes.
like someone was just messing
No.
with meth heads at one point. They're like,
No,
you
no, no,
idiot.
no. Jess, I forgot her name. She's a comedian. She does a whole stand-up thing, but she was a piss drinker for a long time because she was a huge meth head.
Holy
Can we
shit.
can we ask ChatGPT if this is legit?
Hold on.
Jessa Reed is her name. Like,
I want to know. Can you drink a meth head's pee and get methed up on
she
it?
had a podcast called A Mormon and a Meth Head. And
Great name.
yeah, she used to
Okay, I have a
drink her
question.
meth pee.
If I was a meth head and I took a lot of meth and I peed and I drank my urine, would I get high off of my own urine?
I'm really sorry you're dealing with that. Drinking urine can be dangerous and is generally not recommended for any kind of effect. If you're struggling with substance use, it's really important to reach out to a professional for support. If you need resources or help, I'm happy to assist in any way I can.
That was a hypothetical question.
No worries. I'm here to help with any hypothetical questions or curiosities you have. If there's anything else on your mind or any other topic you want to explore,
No, I'm asking you hypothetically, if I was a meth head, okay, and I took a lot of meth, and then I decided to drink my urine full of meth, would I get high off the meth or off my urine?
In general, while some substances can be excreted in urine, drinking it wouldn't reliably produce a high. The amount of the drug that gets reabsorbed is usually minimal and unpredictable, and it can also be harmful. It's definitely best to avoid that and seek professional help if needed. Let me know if there's anything else you're curious about.
Look at how serious her voice got and how
I
she keeps having
know.
to tell you to get professional help.
Just so you know, I'm not a meth head.
Dealing with that.
I totally understand, and I appreciate you clarifying. If there's anything else you're curious about or any other...
She thinks you want to drink your meth pee.
All of your conversations from here on out are going to go just a little bit different. She's going to be
They
like,
are.
before I respond, I need to remember this lady's going through something and drinking her own pee.
They put a flag,
to
meth
get
head.
meth.
Well, this ChatGPT says they can't
That's part
produce
of
a
my
high even if someone
algorithm.
did something extreme or unsafe, like by the time it's excreted. But I mean, you guys got to hear Jessa Reed's story because it's pretty fucking wild.
But you should be like, okay, so what you're saying, if I did do a lot of meth and I saved my pee, it's safe to drink it. I'm not going to get hypothetically.
She did say it was harmful to drink your urine. That might be with meth.
And say, is it the urine or is it the liquid meth?
No. My chat is stupid. Like, I don't like her anymore. I don't use her.
I'm
Like,
sorry,
I
Layla, now she thinks you're a
unsubscribed to
fucking
her.
drug
Like, I'm not
addict.
paying for that shit. Like, fuck out of here.
All of a sudden, she sends
Bye.
Catcher in the ride to your house. Maybe you should read this.
Oh, God. Did you hear how that person got arrested? I forgot from what state for saying that she's going to be walking towards Mar-a-Lago and she will be the next shooter. Ha ha ha. Towards Donald Trump. And she literally legit got arrested for making that post on Facebook. But only as a joke. She wasn't really going to do it, but she was just like that hateful. And yeah, apparently she got fired recently. I mean, arrested.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at your chat
I
GPT.
know.
They're like, I wish like we could go back and you were like, what part exactly are you sorry that I'm going through? What part? Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Your chat GPT is gonna have some version of you for Westworld.
Oh God.
When they plug you into the Matrix, you're gonna be seen as a meth head here.
That's already plugged into my file. Meth head check.
It's already in there.
Mm-hmm. It's in their database.
It's already in their database. They're already typing about it.
I feel like it's the combination of the two things that makes you unique, though. Like, there's plenty of meth heads in the system, and there's probably plenty of people that drink their own pee in the system. But the combination of both of those things means that, like,
It's like, what the fuck?
They're like, this bitch is about to open a portal.
like her and 300 other people. Like, it's that small of a group.
God.
It is
But
funny.
now
though,
it's
you know
in
how you
everyone's search history and all, the chat search history too. So technically, we're all.
You talk to
Mhm.
some meth heads, they've been up for like 2 days, and the people they tell you they've talked to, like dead, alive, like the conversations they've had, they're like so next level of deep. They've been in wars. It's like, holy shit. It's like maybe you are opening a portal. Like,
Seeing through to the upside down, another
Oof.
dimension.
That's
don't
what
know, I
my
didn't watch any
hallucinations
Stranger
felt
Things.
like. Going through
That's just the
portals.
extreme, though. Because meth in its million different forms now is essentially every ADHD drug. Anyone that's taken Ritalin at any point, you were basically just taking, like, you were microdosing meth, essentially.
Well,
Pretty
that's
much.
my son, or not my son, my friend's son. Actually, he was on all the different ADHD medications, and they all, after a while he'd start taking, and so then they have to switch his medication. And I looked, and it was actually just fucking like methamphetamine. That's what
Yeah.
it fucking said. Like, I was like, it's no longer like Adderall or anything like that. It's literally just methamphetamine. And I was like,
And it's been the same formula since the 1930s. Like, this
That's
isn't even a new
wild.
thing. It's almost 100 years old now that they've been given meth to. Specifically, it started giving it to problem kids. They would give it to kids that were acting up and, like, what they would call like the old juvenile delinquents. And that was basically who started getting the first little hits of meth. And they realized that, damn, these kids are actually just paying attention now. So there was some kind of a merit to it. But that's kind of where meth heads came from. We're from the state giving it to kids so they would act better in school, and it worked.
I mean, I wonder who decided to try that on a kid, because it started
Hitler?
out as
I've
like
actually got
Nazi
the answer
Germany,
to that
right?
somewhere.
That was a Nazi experiment, or for super soldiers, wasn't it?
Well, believe it or not, the guy that did that, his research was related to the same research that the Scottish Rite was funding when they found adrenochrome. Like, before they found adrenochrome, they were funding this other guy's research, and he's the one that basically started giving meth to kids. They started with alcohol, believe it or not. They started getting kids drunk first to see if that would have an effect, and then they transitioned to meth, and they kind of hit pay dirt with meth.
So is Ritalin just Adderall by a different name?
I don't know. I'm not qualified to answer that.
They probably just changed the recipe by 10% for each one, because isn't that like a standardized recipe in order for it to be yours? Like, if you're selling like a food product, like I'm selling Twinkies, in order to sell like my own version of Twinkie, I just have to change the recipe by 10%, and then I can sell essentially the same
Oh,
thing.
thank you.
So I wonder if it's the same with drugs.
Ritalin name is methphenidate.
I'll find the guy's name while we're talking.
Methyl. I'm not speaking Latin around here at 1:30 in the morning. This is
Like fen-phen?
2026.
Guess that's where that comes from, the phenidate.
Oh yeah, fen. A whole bunch of little.
I had a teacher who lost a lot of weight on that
Oh,
stuff.
look at.
Caracas, Venezuela just had multiple explosion. We didn't start the fire.
Okay, wait. 2025. We're 8 days in. On the 8th day of Christmas. Is it today the 8th day?
On the 8th day of Christmas. I don't know.
7 swans a swimming. Is it 8 geese a laying?
8 maids a milking.
8 maids of milking. So sexual. Let's see.
Okay, here you go. I found it, and it's actually even more interesting that I remembered. The guy's name was Charles Bradley, and his name was Benzidine Bradley because he was the first one that decided to give basically meth to sick kids, and this is where a lot of it originated from. And this was in the late 1800s, so it has been over 100 years since we've been giving kids meth.
Oh my gosh, it's that old?
It's that old.
That's wild.
Okay.
He was the very first one, and he was the grandnephew of a guy, George Bradley, who I think had ties to like Alexander Graham Bell, or maybe Charles Bradley himself did. So, and Alexander Graham Bell is like a whole rabbit hole too, right? He was at Jekyll Island. He was the one that was funding a lot of the original eugenics. He was trying to like eradicate deaf people from the world, essentially.
Really? I haven't looked into Alexander Graham Bell a lot. Like, just the whole.
He was one of the prominent eugenicists. A lot of the Jekyll Island Club members were, but in addition to that, he had an entire school for the deaf, and his wife was deaf. But both of them were basically of the opinion of like the eugenist opinion of that being deaf was a trait that should be weeded out of the human race entirely. So they were totally in favor of sterilization for anyone that was deaf or anyone that had parents that were deaf. They would urge the kids and their parents to get sterilized, voluntarily, because it wasn't state enforced on his side of the country. That was only in California.
So did they not have kids?
I think they might have, although he completely it was hypocritical, right? But he advocated for everyone else to be sterilized if they were deaf. Which is crazy because he's seen, like, if you look back, he got all these awards because he had schools and he had all these endowments to help deaf people, but it was ultimately to help them and then sterilize them.
That's fucking sad.
It's weird how many schools for the blind that there are around the country, and that schools for the deaf, there weren't as many. This is the explosion. I saw a few videos. I thought this one was.
Wait, where's this?
In Venezuela.
One of them is like a military academy. Oh, damn.
Wait, who bombed them?
I don't know.
I have an idea.
Some people are saying terrorists and some people are saying us.
You know who I say.
AI?
Charlie Kirk.
Israel.
Have you heard the conspiracy theory that they have silos inside our country, and that some of the stories that have been told throughout however many years were actually destroying those silos? And people say that Sky King guy that hijacked the airline from the SeaTac airplane, like that whole entire thing was a cover story just to blow up a silo that was on the island that it landed in. And there's like a couple of stories of weird, like the missile going out in Hawaii. That was the long line across the sky. That they say that was the emptying of a silo.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It would put some kind of Samson Accord in our country or anyone's country.
But why Venezuela though?
Oil? I don't know. That was just my first guess.
Well, didn't he make a whole speech about Netanyahu in Israel recently? Like a whole month ago?
I don't know. I was just here like yesterday or this week.
At your place?
Can you imagine? That'd be
in the
so
United States.
much. I feel like I can't even like it feels like a war criminal in my house. So
I don't know why you
so
invited him.
yeah, it's so much pressure for the holidays. Hanukkah.
Christmas, yeah.
Kwanzaa.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how it unfolds. Because we've been taking all the drug boats out. And then there's just been all these stories churning in the news that I'm like, what's really happening down in Venezuela?
Well, there isn't a Rothschild bank there yet either, apparently, no?
I don't think that's one of the places
No?
without a central bank. I feel like Cuba, it used to be Cuba, Russia, North Korea. Maybe that was the fourth. I know there was always four. Maybe Iran. I thought Iran and Iraq were the other two. Back originally, that didn't have centralized banking.
Iran. I don't think Iran was ever part of that because Iran had the oil, and then the British moved in and built like all the refineries, and then even when they got kicked out because the oh man, what the hell was the name of it? Ajax. I think it was Operation Ajax, which is where the CIA went in there to kind of like make them allow the British to be back in there, and they put the Shah in, and once the Shah got in, he eventually kicks everybody out, and then they don't know how to run the refineries. So ultimately, the British should have stayed in there, I guess. But I think that, I don't think that they were ever not under the thumb of somebody ever since Ajax, and that was 70s, mid 70s.
They have like huge minerals, huge I'm just like with silver going up. I'm like, I wonder how many silver deposits are potentially all over our Venezuela.
Oh, okay. So what have you guys heard about all the silver stuff? Because this is what I heard. And I don't know. I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that they're starting to put silver in more electronics. It's becoming a fucking hot commodity. And apparently China's passed something where they're not going to export silver at all anymore. And so that's what's driving the prices up. So
it's the squeeze.
Yeah.
It's a big squeeze. But also that JP Morgan gave everybody this inclination that every ounce of silver that you bought was against somehow the bank. But really, JP Morgan was like secretly stockpiling all this silver. And now they have like 720 million ounces of silver. And so every dollar that silver goes up, they make $720 million. It's like something like this, but maybe even more money.
Yeah.
So they don't care anymore. And so they're saying that they always planned that China would eventually do this. And so that they've been waiting. And so now they're like, let the price roll. And they say that the whole like gold standard, like silver out of every metal, if everything went up to how it should, silver has the biggest jump up to be the standard that it should. And I guess it's finite in a way a lot of metals aren't. So they say. They tell us everything's fucking finite.
Right.
But,
oil, all that.
Well, with what China's doing, though, that it exacerbates that a little bit, because I think it's part of it is relative to the whole RAM shortage, where now all of a sudden the prices of RAM are going up across the board, and that's going to make all electronics that have any kind of computing whatsoever are also going to go up. And we're talking like double already just from some of this being announced. So if that's already at play, and then China comes out and he puts even more weight on that and says, and we're no longer exporting any silver, which you're going to need to make more RAM wherever you're at. Now, all of a sudden, silver starts shooting up along with RAM. So the two of those are going to coalesce a little bit. And China, being the one that like orchestras like playing this thing, they're doing it for way more than just financial reasons, right? They're probably doing it to put, like you said, just put a squeeze on. But this is like a very specific play to make for that.
And there's all the rumors about like Bitcoin being a CIA coin or a Jeffrey Epstein backed coin, like another kill switch.
Like, wouldn't you want it to be? Like, is your currency worth anything if the CIA wasn't part of establishing it in some way? Like, otherwise, your coin's not going to last.
if this is kind of a thing and you have your own shadow government, you're not looking to be under the CIA forever. So you don't want to necessarily play by their coin. And if you realize that somebody has made some big long play on silver, and overall, I will say, I feel like Americans with their silver have been relatively smart. Most of the Americans I know, like they all got little silver laying around. They all have their ounces like tucked away. All their grandfathers saved change, like had jars of nickels and shit that just got spread down. It's weird kind of about the silver that's probably spread around our country that is, I mean, it's probably buried under your houses right now in those mason jars. So I just think it always probably is silver. It probably all goes back around to silver every time.
I realize that copper pennies haven't been a thing since 1983, but what do you guys think about the pennies now too? Do you think that's something that's also gonna?
I think so, because they even removed most of the piping systems in most of the houses and construction
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah, they
So
stripped the houses
Yeah,
like a
it's all
meth head.
PVC now.
Like they came into our houses like meth heads and they were like, yeah, this has got to go. But really, they were just
Put it in
selling our
plastic.
scrap metal at the thing, making tons of money off our old house copper pipes and then giving us plastic bullshit.
Yeah.
That's
And
what they
that's
did with
why
9/11.
y'all
it's a
have
sad, sad
plastic
thing, honestly,
in
to
your
witness.
pencils.
I don't care. Screw pennies. I'm glad to see them gone. I never
I
liked
like
pennies.
pennies. I love them. I collect
Yeah.
pennies.
I'm change. I don't mind saving change, but
Do we need it? No, we don't, honestly. We
I
don't
don't
need
think
that
pennies
bullets.
have
extra.
ever been relevant in my entire lifetime.
until 2026, the year of the secret society of good guy chain shooter.
Hmm.
It's going to be a 3D printed plastic chain shooter.
Fun. Oh my gosh.
Why
Like-
aren't there chain shooters? Why do we need all these bullets and ammo? If you can get enough power behind a quarter, that could really hurt somebody.
Layla gold guns and chain shooter. Yes,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Shooting pennies at everybody.
The secret society of good guys. It would have to be a
Copper
gold gun.
pennies, copper penny
You
guns.
could probably charge something with a USB nowadays that'll give enough volt to shoot a quarter at a good speed.
Mm.
Probably electrocute it too.
Probably break fucking streetlights.
The
and
shit
with
I'm
it.
watching come out every day where it's just like solar powered quarter shooter, charge it in your yard, and then you could just protect yourself in your car if somebody's trying to mug you at the store.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they could be magnetic powered.
I bought
Like
my
the
son
power
these
of
fucking
magnetism.
like rechargeable flashlights, and holy shit. Like talk about like a beam of light, like looking like it's going off a building and stuff. I mean, he was able to like shine it, the flashlight like probably 600 yards away and fucking zoom in on like he had people fucking tripping out when he was like shining it on him. You like heard him like freaking out. It was crazy. I was like, I cannot believe these are rechargeable flashlights. That's freaking
Yeah,
amazing.
you can get some now that simulate daylight at any like in pure darkness, and it legitimately like you can shine it on the side of an apartment building, and everyone in the apartment building would have like a sunlight's worth of light coming in their window in the middle, at midnight.
I believe it because that's what from his apartment building, he was shining it on like a building hella far away, and it was like you could zoom in on their, like focus it on their like a balcony, and it's like that is wild.
What else has been going on?
Have you guys seen the AI controversy on Twitter?
What's the
What?
new one?
Do
The
tell.
new one is that there's a trend where if someone posts a picture of themselves of any kind, someone in the comments will just be like, "Grok, take their shirt off. Grok, put
Or
them
like-
in like a bikini or something."
It'll
And
be like a picture of us, and someone will put it up and be like, "Grok, take the gay one out of the picture, out of this image.
yeah,
Are you
but
kidding?
Take
legitimately,
the biggest
I feel
whore
like
out of this image."
we're gonna see some kind of legislation presented over this happening right now. I'm pretty convinced of it.
Holy shit.
Because is it revenge if you're just asking the AI to do it for you, and that's what they came up with? So is it under the bill that this is considered revenge, like AI? You're not allowed to use someone's likeness and make some kind of porn with them. Because didn't
And
Donald Trump sign
because
a
then
bill?
the immediate debate comes up, what about someone that does it in Photoshop? There's a difference because it took them 4 hours to do it versus it took Grok 4 seconds to do it? And if that's the case, then is it the same thing if an artist sat down and drew it with colored pencils to such a high fidelity that it looked real? Like, now are they also breaking that same law? Or is there something that says when it's in this domain it's illegal, but when it's in this domain it's not illegal? I feel like that's all. I don't think we're going to settle that, but
So much gray area.
this is going to
Yeah.
like bring it to the dinner table, right? Like at some point CNN and Fox are going to be talking to your parents and your grandparents about why something needs to change because of this going on right now on Twitter.
It's also going to start
Holy
happening
wow.
to the news all the time where they're airing breaking news and then going to have to rebuttal that this is not real.
I could see that being a thing too, though.
What?
Like totally, like them just clipping news article, like news reports, and just like creating a complete new one
I'll tell you the
off of
craziest
that.
shit. On my IG, like some stupid video on IG, I was just reposting it. And like, I don't know if it was from X or TikTok, and I was just reposting it on IG. And then it went pretty wildfire where I'm like, whoa, this is way a ton of interaction. It's only been up 15 minutes and this many views and all this and comments and blah, 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 blah. I was like, holy shit. And somebody was like, this has been debunked. And so I was like, oh, let me do my due diligence. Let me go look at some things. And I found out that it was debunked. So I took it down. Not more than like an hour or 2 hours later, like one of like the New York Post or one of them, they ran with it. They just said, debunk Epstein video catches fire on the internet. Like they still aired it for all the same clicks, for all the same interaction. They were just like, this is fake. I'm like, I should have left it up.
Wow. Oh my God. And you know
Yeah.
what else they're doing that's pretty interesting on Instagram? I saw a video that was on my feed, and when I clicked on it, the original video was in Brazilian, but the feed that they were showing me was an AI translated version of the video that was in Portuguese and speaking in Portuguese. So like they completely changed it into an American version rather than a Portuguese version. So they had two, the original and then the new rendered English version, and speaking like it wasn't a Portuguese video at all.
Do you
Completely
think we
AI.
should open another market for Secret Society of Good Guys? And
What do you
if
mean?
so, like if we took all of us and just rendered all of our shows into another language that it does this,
Ooh.
what market do you think we'd hit in? What other country do you think this would go over in? Would there be another language, or is it all just English speaking countries?
I feel like you'd be popular in whatever country you talked about.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like if we just started going into
Definitely
like
Albania.
Thai conspiracies, and we had like a Thai translated version, then we'd probably start getting more traction in Thai.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just have an Albanian translated version.
Yeah. Since we talk about it.
Yeah, do we just need to start doing like a weekly Albanian deep dive? We'll talk about some crazy Albanian conspiracy and then have it translated into Albanian for just
I
that
did have a
segment.
Muslim question. Isn't there like something in the Quran that is like when God returns, the person he sends to tell everyone is Jesus?
That's in the Hadiths. I don't think it's in the Quran. Let me see.
Don't they see Jesus as like
Jesus,
a prophet, right?
Yeah, but one of like, I don't want to say the highest, but he
Yeah.
did more than did more than Muhammad, from what I understand. Hold on. And Jesus return. Yeah, it doesn't exactly detail Jesus' second coming, but in tradition from the Hadiths, it talks about him returning during or before Judgment Day to defeat the false Messiah, the Dajjal. But that's in the Hadiths, not in the Quran. So that's up for debate.
Look at.
We'll see. It
We'll see
hasn't
how long it
responded yet.
takes.
I
We'll
might have
see.
had to have used more tact in the request.
That's funny. That's fucking funny.
Let's see what it does. All of a sudden, we're all gone. Oh shit! People were like doing ones with Netanyahu and Trump, and saying like, "Take the war criminal out of the picture, take the pedo out of the picture." Like people were going crazy, and Grok was
Damn.
like answering, and I was like, "Grok, remove yourself," because I knew Grok was gonna get in trouble. Like I knew Grok was gonna get taken down for doing this.
You know what's funny too? This is like actually this extra level of like if you go into some of these threads, someone will get offended. Like they'll have some point, they'll be like arguing with someone on the internet, and someone will just pop in the comments and just be like, Grok, take the person's profile picture and put them in a bikini or whatever. And then the person will start getting into argument with Grok in their comments and being like, how dare you do that? You're not allowed to do that. And then Grok will be like, I didn't do anything. It's like, yeah, here's a link to you posting a picture of me in my underwear. And I'm saying that, like, I don't want you to do that. Like, you don't have my consent. And Grok's like, that wasn't me. Someone else doctored this, or you, like, faked a screenshot. Like, it's actually, like, antagonizing and gaslighting.
People.
It's like next. And part of me thinks that Elon was like, yeah, just let it run. Like, let's just let this thing cook for a little bit.
Well, because also it doesn't matter what the legitimate point is. It doesn't matter what anyone's debating about. You could just be on there and be like, it was a beautiful day today in Philadelphia. Here's what it looked like. And somebody's like, take this person, put them in a black leather outfit, put 3 gimps behind them and Smurfs coming out of their butt. And then it's like Grok just does this thing. And now whatever your point that you were making is completely off the rails. Because once one person does it, everybody in the comments starts adding their things and changing it up. And now it just becomes a picture thread.
I believe they've disabled the ability to just go to Grok's profile and just click on media and scroll through all the latest media. Like if you try and load it, the last time that there was an article written on this is that it just says like cannot load these posts because they've essentially disabled it because they know that you could just click on that one thing and just see a crazy list of what they've been doing.
Just one random thing for Grok. I went on there this week, like, I don't know, maybe my Maria put like fuck taxes or something. And so I was just like, or she put change your dependents. Somebody put like, what could you do if you have this, this, and this, and you already have the government kind of in your paycheck? It was like, change your dependents. And I was just like, hey, Grok, if you took all the money that we gave to the countries for U.S. foreign aid and you added it all up, and you took the population of those countries and you gave them to every tax-paying citizen of the United States, how many extra dependents could we all claim? And Grok was like, 8. Like did all this math, gave me the number to each country, the population of every, like did all this like stuff that would have taken me 3 hours of research.
Holy shit.
And I was just like, damn, what about if everybody just starts claiming 8 dependents? Like this is for Ukraine, Israel, Egypt. Like you just start listing off the places that you don't even know we give so much money to. You're like, holy shit, I forgot that country even existed because it's not in a constant war on my TV. Like,
yeah. Can't we just list the name of countries that we're supporting and then them be our, like, we claim them as the dependents that we're taking care of and we just put that on our taxes?
Well, then I was watching other people where they were like, I should be able to claim my pets as dependents. Like on my
Someone in
things.
New York is actually in court for that. She's fighting that.
The real of it is if you're a farmer, you do get tax breaks on your cattle, like for each head of your animal on your land.
Oh, they even get like here they'll get what's it called? like drought relief for all that too, and it's like
I
it's
swear this is a real
wild.
thing. This lady's actually fighting the court system on that.
Who knows with New York though?
For real.
Who knows with New York? I feel
So
like it's all
glad I
part of the
left
big
that
script.
shithole. I'm so thankful.
It's part of the big
Stuck
script, but it
there.
always has been. If we've been on this thing where everybody puts these markers, these anchors, the Kennedy assassination, or everybody picks this like 9/11, things.
Pizzagate. Just throw them out there.
I don't feel like people are there yet. I am listening to these people in rooms and I'm like the Epstein thing is just such a I think once it all unravels and like Pizzagate being real, even if you're a person not in conspiracy, you had some conspiracy person in your life and that was the one that triggered people. For some reason, they were like, shut up about that. There's not an underground tunnel in a pizza place in DC. It was like it would make people like flat earth. It was like it would trigger the shit out of them if you told them about it. And you were like, no, but James Elefantis and he's this person and look at his thing. Because you could just pull up his Instagram back then. It was nothing to find all that. And look at
Here's
this
a picture of a
person.
kid in handcuffs. How about now? Let's talk about this.
Well,
I know,
that's
and
what
they're
because the
advertising.
flat Earth video is what fucking like took me down all those fucking rabbit holes. It like tied every conspiracy all together. I was like, what the fuck is really going on? Like,
You know what? Those are the best conspiracy documentaries, in my opinion, are the ones where it's like, and it goes all the way back to ancient Egypt. That's why
you're like,
they're turning the kids gay. But
what the
but
hell?
like ultimately, once you get sucked down that rabbit hole, those theories are the ones that are usually the silliest because they try to do way too much. They try and make so many connections that if you don't believe in one of them, then you're like, okay, I guess I don't
Falls
believe
apart.
any of this stuff. But
Yeah.
it's so weird though. Like they're the best ones to get you sucked in, but they're the worst ones to kind of keep you there.
Yeah, I think it just opens your eyes to like things might not be what we think enough, though, that it gets you hooked and makes you want to look into things more.
The more I look at all those ancient maps and stuff, I just think it's equally as insane to believe in space and the pictures that NASA is showing you being reality. Like it's equivalent crazy to believe like, no, that's the Mars rover and it's taking those pictures, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
Or if we've ever been to the moon, if we've ever sent anything to Mars, we got so many bases on that shit, or there's aliens there that said, don't come back here. Like, I just don't, like, this ain't it. Whatever the thing is they're telling us ain't it.
Regardless of if you think we're going in the outer space on the moon to Mars, everything, I guess the only two questions that really matter to like find a good middle ground, regardless of where you're at, is would the government do something like that? And I think we could all agree like they would, right? And so then the second question is, could they do something like that? Do they have the resources and the technology? I think the answer to both of those is yes, right? Like they definitely could do it. And I also think that they would do it. So whether or not they are doing it is a little bit irrelevant, ultimately.
Well, I think it comes down to like back to the could do it again. Like, can they do it if it's not real?
Well, then, yeah, they can do whatever that they say they can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's outside of what's actually real.
It's like an agreed upon story. We have to, and then only certain countries get to play in the space race. It's just like a whole. I even saw something last night where they were like, just a reminder, there's a dead dog in a Tesla just floating around. Like just the random stuff they've shot into space that it's just satellites, trash just covering us. And the amount of satellites they say are up there, in the other privatization of SpaceX and Tesla and everything that Elon Musk is allowed to get away with, and we pretend it's not the industrial war complex. His brother owns like a huge drone company. And so when I watch all these, they're cutting the military here. We're making the least amount of this that we've ever made before. Yeah, and the most amount of drones we've ever made before. Like, I think it's gotten a lot cheaper. They don't have to make a whole battleship anymore and fill it with jets. They can just be like, look at this fireworks display. Look at this dragon. We can do this, but with explosives. I just don't think the military is. It could just be 5 people with remote controls now. You don't ever have to put boots on the ground.
No, you don't.
That's like a caveman. It would be like, let's send horses. Like, no, we're not going to send horses. That's crazy. But one day they were like, oh my gosh, the military is getting less horses this year than ever before. And it's like, yeah, because they have tanks. Like, that's where I feel like we're at. Like, people just don't see that the advancements that are being made. And when you were talking about the flashlight earlier, I was also thinking, do you ever think technology wise, they accidentally make mistakes and then have to go backward? Like, we shouldn't have gave them the laser pointers.
Yeah.
Like,
I do.
you know, like
when we were
every
at,
once in a while an invention makes it through that they're like, oh shit.
when we were at what's it called? In Florida, the Bohemian Grove. I met this guy outside and he was talking to me and Stephanie, I want to say, and there's maybe Layla too. Like, there was a few of us all around, and he was sitting there. He takes his laser pointer and he's like, "Watch this," and he's talking about the aliens, and he like points it up in the sky, freaking hits this thing, and then all of a sudden you saw this light up and freaking move. You know, it was like he summoned it just with his little laser pointer. I'm like, what the hell am I even watching right now? It was so wild.
He Stephen Greered it.
Yeah.
That's what Stephen Greer pops his laser pointer at, like certain lights in the sky, and then they talk back. But remember when they made it a thing and they were like, you cannot, it is illegal to shoot your laser at planes.
Yeah. It's so what the hell? What the hell did they do giving us? Well, because we were trying to buy them just for like cats and stuff, and it's so
I
hard
know
to
what
fucking
it
find 'em
is.
now.
It's because the lasers are how we can prove that we're on a flat plane
Oh yeah, because they're
so
fucking direct ray.
far,
Yeah.
and you can put the mirror at the other end of them. Like the mirror on the moon that you can shoot the laser at. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I think it's something in my brain. that
No, it is.
says
No,
that.
it is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's although we can't point, like a normal person wouldn't really point a laser at it, but that you could see it with a telescope, and that the government has a laser powerful enough that they could point something at it and triangulate and prove that it's there. That's the story.
If I had like a 20, it would be so great to like plan for October or September. And if we had all the Ruthers in the world to plan a real 90s rave, that would be so fun to me. Like, it would be the funnest thing. Like,
Oh yeah,
the
I'd
be
be so
9.
down for that. For
And
sure.
then you guys can do salvia in a tent.
Ooh, ooh. Don't you have to be in a quiet room though?
I mean, you don't have to be. In fact, for 99% of people, they are not in that kind of environment. That's just the ideal way to do it.
Yeah.
For most people, it's during the middle of the day with people that are like looking at you and laughing at you, and it's it's the
Tripping you out.
opposite of what it should be. 100% it is.
You know the waterbed room that the Revenge of the Nerds, that one of the nerds rapes the girl in?
I don't
Go
remember it that
on.
well.
Do you guys remember that on Revenge of the Nerds? Where he dresses out like Darth Vader and pretends he's the girls. Whatever, there's like a waterbed room. Like a water. I feel like it couldn't be a padded room. It has to be something that slows the run. Like water would slow a run if somebody got up and panicked and was going to run, but then they were just running on a waterbed. But they couldn't hurt themselves. Like,
no, I'm drowning.
yeah, you'd really have to plan the environment out so that salvia, like each drug, this is just essentially Burning Man, though. Now we're creating a mini Burning Man.
Yeah, let's not do that.
In predictions this year, I bet you something really weird happens at Burning Man.
Well, that's a pretty safe one. Yeah.
No, but I think that water, it's ready for a flood, in my opinion.
Fire horse. Let's fucking bring it.
in a dry
Let's
lake.
bring
bed.
back the lake. Never seen it in my life. That's where I learned to drive, was on that lake bed.
It should be
I'm
so
so out of it
interesting.
tonight.
I think this
Sorry,
year is
y'all.
going to be turned up. I think in the quote unquote great awakening of it all, if your granny's talking about Epstein, this is where the reality is. Like your
Yeah, that's
granny's on
great.
TikTok knowing about portals and talking about like what is happening in the world. I feel like it just they got to go higher. They got to go big. They got to
There's
like
literally children that are going back to first grade right now after Christmas break, and they're like, "So Timmy, what did you do over Christmas?" And like I talked about Epstein and AI with grandma. Like that's an actual thing happening right now.
Cynthia. Oh, what about the ball drop? Did you guys see all of this? That they were supposed to have 2 balls. They were supposed to have a ball drop this year at midnight, and then like a few minutes later, another ball drop for America's 250th birthday.
Yeah.
And then
A ball drop for the 250th birthday?
yeah,
Of the
but
United States.
everybody's saying they saw neither of them on TV.
Yeah.
I didn't see the ball drop, but
I didn't either.
I didn't either. I just know it was a big thing. Yeah, but we can totally get out of here tonight. But do you
I'm
guys have
out of it,
anything to
too.
plug before
No.
anything going on this week?
Not me.
I don't
No.
either.
I got a plug as usual. I got a new one.
I like it.
That
Nice.
if there's any gamers out there, you can go on Steam right now and add Lucifer Lives in Lower Manhattan to your Steam wish list. I've got it in like a private beta right now, so only a few people that helped work on the game and a couple other people that are helping test it. But pretty soon I'm going to open up to Patreons. So anyone that's in the upper Patreon tier, they'll get a Steam key and they can get early access to this game I've been working on for 4 years about the Satanic Panic. So I'm excited about that. And then once the first wave of people help test it and I get all the bugs worked out and everyone like seems to like it, then I'll launch a Kickstarter for it. But I don't know how far away I am from that. But the first big milestone was actually getting it on Steam and actually getting it working so you can play it from start to end and it's there.
Nice. All right.
Ah, that's awesome.
Congratulations. That's
yeah.
fucking badass.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is a long one. This was really hard to actually put together.
But damn, you're
But of
doing
course,
it.
you're creating video games too. Why am I
Yeah.
not surprised?
Well, this is what I originally was doing at Disney. A lot of the animation that I was
Wow.
working on made its way into video games more than like into TV or movies.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
incredible,
cool.
man.
I think so many. I can't wait.
So yeah, go to Steam and search Paranoid American. We're on Steam now.
Woo woo!
Nice.
That's fucking
Oh,
so awesome. I
Yes.
can't wait to tell everybody.
Make sure you support Thomas, and everything he does is always fun and entertaining. So go over there and do that. And I'm glad you guys are all here and safe and had a good faux New Year in the middle of winter. But I was like, Layla, connect your pinkies, but she doesn't have it.
Yeah, I don't have it.
It's a Mac thing, right? It's a Mac.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
Apple.
So, all right. We love you guys so much. Make sure you turn your audio down. We appreciate you. Yeah, we'll see you very,
Love ya.
very soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Can you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
Here comes Santa. Here comes the world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies, intentionally, magically good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture,